Exciting news, everyone. I put my cat on a shirt.
She has no idea she's on a shirt.
Get yours today at drewgoodenshop.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to Watch Mojo's Top 10 Days of the Week. Number 4. Thursday. I love horror movies. I think it's such a fun genre. The experience you have while watching one is so much different than just about any other type of movie. It's funny to look back on all the stress I felt over the years while watching horror movies because, objectively speaking, I wasn't in a stressful situation. I was just sitting on my couch, scared because there's something on the TV. Okay, turn it off. Close your eyes, dude. There's no danger here. Idiot. Some of my all-time favorite movies are horror movies, but also some of my all-time least favorites. Let me tell you about the 2021 Netflix original, There's Someone Inside Your House. There are a lot of things that I hate about this film, but perhaps nothing more so than the title being a complete lie. No, there's not someone inside your house. This movie barely takes place inside of one. You can't just come up with a cool title for a movie and then write a script that has nothing to do with it. I mean, apparently you can because that's what they did, but I don't think you should be allowed to do that. I think they should be in jail. The opening scene was actually pretty good, and from what I can tell, what they named the entire movie after. It opens on a static shot of what seems to be the only house for miles. Truck pulls into frame, guy starts an egg timer, takes a little nap, and when he wakes up, his phone is gone and it's been replaced by the timer. Who put that there? So he goes downstairs where he sees that the front door is wide open. Oh shit, his car's gone? Don't like that. If I didn't know any better, I'd say there's someone inside his house. Anyway, he dies pretty hard and then they play the opening credits. At this point though, I'm invested. Like, this was a creepy and well-directed opening that set the stage for what should have been a much better movie. The synopsis is that there's a secret killer who's also sort of a secret killer in that he kills people who have secrets. The first guy's secret is that he violently assaulted someone else on the football team, almost beat the guy to death. The second person who gets killed is the popular girl who tries very hard to seem open-minded in public but has a secret white supremacist podcast. Got it. So we're killing people who are doing something harmful to others in private. That's the theme here. Until the third murder, which isn't that at all. One of the only likable characters thus far gets murdered because he has a pill addiction. Okay, send him to rehab then. Addiction doesn't inherently make you a bad person, especially if you're not hurting other people while you do it. Why is he getting murdered over his own personal struggle? Also, this happens at a party where everyone else is underage drinking and smoking. Is that not held to the same standard? Kinda seems like everybody's intoxicated here. But unfortunately, the movie continues. There's now a fourth victim whose secret is, get this, he's gay. So now I'm really confused about the politics of this murder. So you hate Big Pharma, you hate racism, and you also hate gay people. Which side are you on, man? Also, the guy he stabs in this scene was the one who got his ass kicked by the first guy. So you kill one person for doing a hate crime, and then you commit a worse hate crime? Who the fuck wrote this movie? It's around this point where we learn that the main character, Makani, also has a secret past of her own. She was involved in some kind of hazing incident where she drunkenly pushed another student into a bonfire that almost killed her. So now we would be worried about her if this movie gave us any reason to give a shit. But I certainly don't care. She miraculously survives, tells her friends about her secret, and now there's time for one last confrontation. And if I wasn't mad at this movie already, this scene would be the thing to put me over the edge. So they go to a cornfield maze that's on fire and drive a car through the fire, which I don't think is something you can do, but this movie's making me doubt any scientific knowledge I've ever had, so who's to say? What really made me mad though is how stupid this movie thinks we are by foregoing any chance they had at subtlety. We know that the main character has trauma associated with big fires. That's the thing we just learned. So if you're going for symbolism here, just show her face and show the fire and we'll piece together that, oh my God, you're doing a flashback. You're doing a flashback to the scene you just showed 6 minutes ago? Is this movie made for toddlers? I would hope not, because there's a bunch of murders in it. Anyway, turns out it was the angry rich kid this whole time. Who could have seen that coming? I mean, he's probably the only character who could afford to keep 3D printing photorealistic masks of all the victims' faces, but I guess we weren't supposed to think about that until now. Watching this movie for the second time now definitely ruined my day, but I'm not gonna let it ruin my month. Surely there's worse movies out there that could do that. So I had to do a local record store that turned out to have a fantastic selection of horror DVDs and also the 40-Year-Old Virgin, which sounded a little too scary for me. This was the exact mix of classic horror films and straight to DVD garbage that I was looking for. I found some absolute gems here, and I could not wait to take them home and force my wife to watch them with me. First up, we've got the 1999 thriller Bats. I love that this movie wastes no time getting to the bats. We open on some couple arguing in their car, and they get like 2 lines out before being absolutely ripped to shreds.
Will you just listen to what I'm saying?
I heard what you said, Quint. But Donna told me everything you're saying and everything.
Then we cut to a cave in Arizona. Guess what? More bats. I could honestly cry. I've never seen a movie so faithful to its title. We're introduced to 2 of the main characters in this movie, Dr. Sheila Casper, who likes to go inside caves and look at bats, and Jimmy, who just sort of talks to her on the radio from outside the cave.
Hey, Jimmy, if you hate bats and caves so much, what the hell are you doing with me anyway?
Oh no, Jimmy doesn't like bats. Something tells me this is gonna be a really rough day for him. Unfortunately, whatever their mission here is gets cut short when a helicopter lands and a guy named Toby comes out and tells him he needs their help.
I'm Dr. Toby Hodge. We need your help. Immediately.
I have to say, this is the perfect name for someone with that haircut. If you go to your barber and ask them for the Toby, you're gonna walk out of there looking like this.
There's a biological emergency.
What kind of biological emergency?
Say it.
Bats.
Yes!
Dr. Casper. Bats.
Let's fucking go, dude. This movie is about one thing and only one thing.
So, ma'am, you're a doctor now of what exactly?
Bats, Sheriff. I work with bats.
Bats.
Yeah, I'm starting to think this movie might have some bats in it. So Sheila the Bat Doctor gets called in to examine the very dead body of the guy killed in the opening scene, where she notices a fang.
This is impossible. These bats only feed on fruit and nectar. This must be some kind of sick hoax.
Well, unfortunately, we're fairly certain that this is not a hoax.
Yeah, there's a mangled corpse in front of you. It'd be kind of weird if we just brought this in as a joke.
Bats do not kill people. There must be some other explanation. One that has absolutely nothing to do with bats.
Wait a second, are you saying some kind of bat did this?
I love how many of the scenes early on are just someone being like, I think a bat did this, and someone else being like, bats?
We think this was done by some sort of bats.
Hey.
Favorite character in this movie by far is Jimmy, who, as we discussed, doesn't like bats and yet chose a career path entirely devoted to them. He's also written to be so dumb.
We need to know what we're dealing with here, Doctor.
I'm kind of curious myself now that you mention it.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I would kind of like to know what's going on with all these murderous bats. I wasn't interested until this moment. Although everyone's kind of an idiot in this movie, so it's just par for the course.
So you're saying that the bats can only infect other bats? Now that's bullshit.
I'll give them a little bit of credit. There are some scenes that are actually pretty scary. I mean, in general, the idea of, being chased by a giant swarm of flying animals trying to kill you is not the worst concept for a horror movie. It just gets a little silly when they start doing some of the close-ups of the bat puppets.
What'd I tell you? Ugly.
This one they just threw into a cage and shook it around. Apparently the bats aren't just hungry for human blood, they're also smart too. They managed to put a tracking device on one of them and then 2 other bats fly in and kill it in a scene that ends with everyone half-heartedly jogging. And cut. Perfect, guys. Love the lack of urgency. Somehow in between their many close encounters with death, Sheila and the Sheriff Emmett find time to awkwardly flirt with each other.
Try to be gentle, but firm.
Think I can handle that?
I'm sure you can, Emmett.
Yeah, like with sex. So the bats start spreading and things are clearly getting out of hand. I love the scene where this kid somehow doesn't notice the guy next to him screaming in agony because he's playing a video game. Society, am I right? And I gotta say, the directorial choice to have this shot where the cameraman sprints across the room towards the attack, followed by 75 quick cuts, absolutely hilarious. This is what filmmaking is all about. Oh no, now they're attacking the whole town. Or actually mostly just flying above it, I guess. They attack a couple people, but for the most part, they're just out there making noise. One of them flew directly into a neon sign. That was pretty dumb. Thank God Sheila was here to save this kid who seemed to be in absolutely no danger. There's actually multiple people in this scene who are standing perfectly still that Sheila saves just by telling them to move. That's the kind of intelligence only a bat doctor can have. I like when this cop tries to de-escalate the situation by verbally threatening one of them, and that doesn't go too well.
Take it easy. Back.
No, bat with a T. Tried to tell you. I also like when all the cars just start exploding. What, do the bats have grenades now? Sad news, everyone. Toby died. I guess he was the only reason the bats were in this town in the first place, because they immediately flew away after killing him. Oh, great. Now we have to clean up the town. The bats left newspapers everywhere. Don't worry, though. They've come up with a rock-solid plan to save the day. They're going to freeze the bats with a giant refrigerator.
When the temperature drops below 40 degrees, bats begin to hibernate. All we need are cooling units powerful enough to freeze the roost. All right, we're gonna need some special gear to go in.
What? We're going into the roost?
Damn it. My job of studying bats is yet again at odds with my fear of them.
This is over? I'm gonna lay on the beach for like 3 years. Someplace they never heard of a bat.
Or you could just pick a different job.
Is this what you call normal?
I wouldn't call much of anything I've seen in the last few days normal.
Yeah, I bet she's talking about all the bats. Anyway, they turn on the giant refrigerator and manage to outrun all the bats through a cave and up a ladder and down a corridor and up an elevator shaft and out the entrance, all with about a 50-foot head start. Geez, maybe instead of becoming bat scientists, they should have competed in the Olympics, because holy shit. The best part of this chase, though, is when Emmett stops running and turns around to shoot a gun at 7,000 bats. I can't believe that didn't work. And now we can sit back and enjoy this 9-minute long explosion, knowing full well that all the bats are dead and the world is safe. Oh no! That's the best ending I've ever seen. Actually, that is kind of funny. I was so convinced they were gonna do that thing that bad movies do where they hint at a sequel at the end just in case, but no. They knew. I think they knew bats would be one and done. As great as that movie was, I'm just glad I can finally watch the behind the scenes featurette and learn how Bob Gunton feels about bats.
They're so ugly. They're nasty looking.
He doesn't like them. I think the 4 out of 10 this movie has on IMDb is just about spot on. But the thing about a 4 out of 10 movie is that it can still get worse. So our journey continues. Up next, we've got Dream Home, and somehow this is actually a pretty substantial step down from Bats. I want you to take a second to really admire the graphic design on this cover. You've got this ancient-looking Victorian house, a ghostly silhouette peering down from the second-story window, a child looking up in fear, the words murder and kill scratched onto the blank part of the DVD cover. None of this is in the movie. Nothing at all. Look at this house, and then look at the house they actually use. Not even close. Right away, I'm getting the vibe that the main goal of this production was to pad the runtime just enough that this can legally be called a movie. During the opening credits, one of the shots they use is of a ghost slowly moving across a gazebo, and it goes on for 39 seconds. Every scene in this movie ends with a fade to black that lasts way too long.
I want that house.
Is it over? But none of the transitions can hold a candle to this one. Listen closely.
Now go call him right now while it's still fresh on your mind. I will.
Cut.
They forgot to edit that out. So the editing is fantastic, the directing is top notch, but it's the writing that really sets this movie apart.
Look. What? Look at that. What? Look at the house. What?
Wow, so much is being conveyed in that scene. She wants the house, but he can't even see the house because he's driving. It's heartbreaking.
Leave me alone.
They do such a good job of subtly hinting at her interest in the house.
That house is beautiful and I love it. I want that house. I fell in love with the house. I want it.
I know you really want this house.
Baby, I want that house.
You really want this house, don't you?
Baby, I need this house.
When they meet up with the realtor who wants to sell them the house, at first I was really confused why the director let him stand in a spot with such horrible lighting, but then I realized it must have been a creative choice. I think it represents that beneath his sunny appearance, there's something dark lurking in the shadows. Who is this man? And why are they still so hell-bent on buying the house even after hearing how shady he's being?
Heard a couple of mixed stories about this place.
You said mixed stories. What are some of the others you heard?
Yeah, just a couple of guys joking at the water cooler.
Like what?
Nothing that should concern you.
Oh, okay. Well, then I won't worry about it. You want to go ahead and buy the house? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Look at this place. This place has got to be at least 80 years old. This place is incredible, Darren.
Wow, look at how dusty and decrepit everything is. It's perfect. This is where the first and possibly only scary moment of the movie happens.
Seems like no one ever lived here for the past 50 or 60 years.
75 years.
The fuck?
Man, where the hell did you come from?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
I don't know, man. It kind of seems like you did.
I live around here. I saw you two looking at the house and thought I would come over and say hello.
And you're sure you're not trying to be creepy?
This is no ordinary house. In many ways, it's like any other old house. But it's special. They don't build them like this anymore.
This goes on for so long.
This house can feel you. This house knows what you're doing at all times.
Is he blinked at all?
This house can see.
Are you trying to tell me that this house is alive?
You should be okay. But just remember, this house is unlike anything you've ever encountered before.
Okay, thanks, buddy.
Just remember, you will die in this house.
All right, appreciate it, bro. Gee, I wonder if that insane encounter with the neighbor changed their opinion at all about the house.
I want this house.
Not even a little bit.
Man, look at all the changes we've made.
Oh, I'd love to, but I can't. The camera's pointing the wrong way. Well, against all odds, it seems like everything turned out okay for them until Faye finds an old necklace under the bed and we hard cut to the most disorienting montage. I don't know what the fuck is happening here. Weirdly, this actually almost works as a creative choice just because of how surreal and unsettling it is. Now, I thought that Faye saw all this as she picked it up, but I would assume that's not the case because if she did, I don't know why the hell she would then put it on. General word of advice to anyone in a horror movie. If you find an old piece of jewelry with a mysterious past, don't wear it. It never ends well. You're gonna take on some sort of curse. While this is happening, Darren heads down to the hardware store to pick up some paint, and he gets to witness one of the greatest line deliveries I've ever heard.
When I first moved into town, my parents used to see a lot of those kids going in and out of that house, and they warned me not to go there.
I don't think we ever see anybody living there again, considering what happened.
Wow, that's gotta be pretty scary to hear two strangers talking about how haunted your house is. Let's capitalize on this momentum by showing a silent credit card exchange in full without any cuts.
Got that?
Perfect. Later on, they invite their friend April over for dinner, and I'm just trying to figure out where the hell all this food came from, because that is not what they were cooking. It kind of looks like the crew didn't have any actual food to prepare in this scene, so they just had her boil a little pot of water and a big pot of water, which she stirs and stirs until it turns into this giant meal. Movies are awesome. After dinner, April politely asks for a tour.
I'm ready for my tour now.
And Faye shows them the only room they already saw earlier.
This is it? I can't believe it.
You can tell she didn't show them any other part of the house because April has to ask her where the bathroom is. It's in that bathroom where the weird neighbor from before makes his triumphant return.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
The next day, Faye runs into him in the woods where she seems completely unfazed by him being the creepiest person alive.
You'd be surprised what you can find just lying around out here.
Hey, I remember you. You were here that day we bought the house.
That's right. How is it treating you?
Pretty good.
That's good. That's real good. It does me good to see two young people doing good.
I love how much of the writing in this movie is either that's good or that's bad.
You just don't know how bad that makes me feel. I really don't have a good feeling about it. It's just that I get this bad vibe when I see it. It's like the thing is tied to something really bad. I just get this bad feeling about that cross.
Also, everyone keeps describing the house as beautiful.
It's beautiful. This place is so beautiful.
We moved into this beautiful old Victorian home. That's a beautiful home. Even as old as it is, it's still a beautiful home. And I've always thought it had been. That's a beautiful house.
They can't get enough of this beautiful home, even though something happened there. But no one will outright say what happened there. They just keep beating around the bush. It's kind of frustrating.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll find out soon enough.
I watched this scene 3 times and I still have no idea what the fuck she's talking about.
You're in the house. The event is still going on, whether you know it or not. And for some reason, you're becoming a part of that event. What? You see, you've done something to connect yourself with whatever took place. I guess you or your husband have done something to connect yourself.
What is happening?
Even if something happened there, if anything happened at all, how could it be the cause of something that's happening now? You don't understand, do you?
Of course she doesn't. No one does. She just keeps going. I don't even know if this was scripted or if they just had her ramble something vaguely creepy.
If it's connected to anyone involved in the event, you wearing it will provide a gateway for whatever happened then to happen now. Not only will the event continue to go on in the past, but now you and your husband will be a part of that occurrence.
Okay.
How do we get out of it? In order to get out of something, you first have to know exactly what you're in.
And since you clearly don't, and I refuse to explain it, I guess you're just fucked. And then this same mystery woman finds Darren as he's leaving work, and she creeps him out too.
Can you give your wife a message for me?
Excuse me?
Tell her to be weary of her dreams. Tell her that sometimes our dreams aren't what they seem to be. Sometimes it's our mind's way of telling us
Where? Can you slow down?
or things that have happened in the past, or things that are going to happen.
I'm not even gonna try. The most accurate thing about this entire movie is that he actually does have trouble remembering her long and convoluted message.
She said she said your dreams or something like, oh, okay, she said that.
I don't want to hear it, Darren.
But finally, after explaining nothing the entire movie, with 3 minutes left, we finally learn what happened to the house. And I can't even pay attention to it because I'm so distracted by how they chose to film it.
When her mother woke up, she went to Juliana's room. They say you can still see the father walking around the house sometimes. As he walked closer to Juliana's bed, when the townspeople found out about this insane man, nothing. They say you can still see the mother.
And the mom was evil too. And the dad was evil too.
Faith! Wake up, Faith! I'm sorry. Faith!
Oh, she's dead now. Oh, never mind. She was just sleeping.
You don't understand. It's not him. It wasn't him.
I'm gonna be honest, I still don't know what happened in this movie. The best thing about Dream Home, besides how good it is getting to read the reviews from like 15 years ago from all the people who are so angry that they paid money to rent this from Blockbuster.
This was the absolute worst movie I have ever seen. I cannot even begin to explain the way I felt when this was over. I was ripped off. The front of the box looks really interesting. The kid on the bike. Oh yeah, why would he have anything to do with this movie? Duh. There's not even one child in this movie. If there were a way to recall movies, this film should be put in a fire. Take my advice, don't rent this movie, buy this movie, or even watch it on cable. I'm sure you can find better things to do for an hour and a half, like ripping your toenails off one by one.
Damn, seems like everybody hated this movie. But 2 out of 10? It can still get worse. And that's where the Curse of the Zodiac comes in. This may just be it. I think this is the worst horror movie ever made. Now, this movie came out in 2007, the same year as the David Fincher Zodiac movie. So I'm pretty sure this only exists to confuse the then patrons of video rental stores. Honey, this is that new Jake Gyllenhaal movie, right? Probably. It's not like we can Google it. We only have internet at home. But even still, this has no business being as terrible as it is. This is barely even a movie. It's directed almost like a music video, but one that's 80 minutes long and has no songs in it. So much of it is just these constant flashing cuts, and every shot is so overly stylized that I don't even know what I'm looking at half the time. They made some truly baffling editing choices. Like, what is even the point of doing something like this?
Randy, where the hell have you been? I've been looking for you all night.
If I had to guess, I would say that all of this was a conscious effort to distract us from the fact that this movie has no script.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of the couch, you can have the couch.
Yeah.
A stupid pink couch in an orange colored room does not work anymore.
I refuse to believe that the actors are not improvising every line on the spot.
Crazy ain't cool. And it's, you know, normally I'd have fun, you know, hanging out with someone and dating someone that's a little crazy. But this is getting ridiculous.
They're constantly talking over each other or trailing off.
He's trying to, I don't know, he's trying to make us think, I guess.
As far as the plot goes, it is loosely based on the world-famous Zodiac Killer, but it's sort of like the movie someone would make about the Zodiac Killer if they knew nothing about the Zodiac Killer. Like, okay, he's leaving some clues behind, and there's some symbols involved, but also he shows up in this girl's dreams and keeps calling this detective and saying the same 4 lines over and over again.
In my book, 2 + 2 is 3. Maybe you wanna meet in the middle, fat fuck. Make it a 4, fat fuck. Your black eyes, pretty girl. Your black hair, pretty girl.
Half the movie is just him yapping about nothing.
The Sandman, a.k.a. Z-Man, a.k.a. Zodiac. My name is Zodiac. Z-O-D.
Although I do like the way he says San Francisco.
I'm sticking around in San Francisco.
I would say my least favorite character is the world's most useless detective. He makes 0 progress from start to finish and is just confused the entire time.
I'm confused.
They could not have come up with a less interesting character. On the flip side, my favorite character is definitely this piano-playing murder victim who made such a bizarre choice on how he would talk.
Do you enjoy the piano? Yeah. Me too.
You can see him trying not to laugh here.
Whoops. I made a mistake when I was playing.
Honestly, I really don't want to spend that much more time thinking about this movie. It made me feel gross the entire time. It actually made me miss the production value of Dream Home, a movie that had the boom mic in frame most of the time. So this movie was written and directed by Uli Lommel, whose name I'm probably mispronouncing, but let me tell you about this legend. This man acted in over 90 movies. He wrote and directed over 60. And look at this unprecedented run he went on from 2003 to 2012. The sheer consistency with which he was putting out 1s and 2s, you may never see something like this again. I don't know if we'll ever see anyone match this kind of legacy. This is about as badass as it gets. To be so confident in who you are that you can say, yeah, maybe I don't have a story worth telling here, but I'm not gonna let that stop me from making 100 movies. Maybe next year I'll do a deep dive on his entire filmography, but for now, I need a break. This was rough. Well, I hope you all enjoyed watching me suffer through this as much as I hated every minute of it. But if you can believe it, even after watching all of that, you're only now getting to the scariest part of the video. An advertisement.
It's 3 p.m. You haven't eaten in 7 hours and it just hit you. You have no plan for lunch and now you're so hungry you're not thinking straight. So you open up a food delivery app where you spend $47 on 2 tacos that take so long to get to you that by the time they do, they're cold and mushy. You think to yourself, there has to be a better way. There is. Stop stressing about where you're gonna get a last-minute lunch that doesn't make you feel awful and start using today's sponsor, Factor. For me, there's no better feeling when lunchtime rolls around and I remember that I have one of these meals in my fridge. They take less than 2 minutes to microwave and then you're done. You can just eat it. You don't have to cook anything, you don't have to go anywhere, there's nothing to prep before and nothing to clean up after, unless you put it on a plate for some reason like I did. I don't know why I did that. Amanda and I have had dozens of Factor meals at this point and we've yet to try one that doesn't taste great. But on top of that, they also make us feel a lot better than fast food or takeout does. You can pick your meals on the app and see the exact nutritional information every time. You can opt for calorie smart meals. You can opt for meals that have over 30 grams of protein, which is great for jacked guys like me. I'm not even struggling. For me, these meals are perfect for lunch because they keep me full and energized for hours. Time is the single most valuable commodity and Factor helps me save a bunch of it so I can get back to doing the things I love. Editing my stupid YouTube videos. If you want to try out Factor for yourself and get delicious, fresh meals delivered straight to your door, head to factor75.com or click the link below and use my promo code DREW50 for 50% off your first box. Again, that's code DREW50 for 50% off your first Factor box when you click the link in the description to sign up. Thank you to Factor for sponsoring this video and also for giving me food.
Thank you again for watching me watch 4 terrible horror movies. It means a lot to me that you make it this far into the video. Either you really like hearing me talk, or I'm so boring that you fell asleep 20 minutes ago. Either way, still counts as a view. But unfortunately, YouTube did just add a rule that if you make it all the way to the end of a video that's posted on or before Halloween, you have to give the person who posted it all of your Halloween candy. So, guess I gotta get me a P.O. box. Bye-bye, happy Halloween. Hate YouTube. This video is sponsored by Rocket Money, which I will tell you about later. You know, it's been a really good year for movies so far, but I have to admit that sometimes they can be a little too much for me. As a lot of movies have gotten more ambitious in scope, more groundbreaking with their visuals, I often find myself getting overstimulated. I had to leave the newest Mission Impossible like 45 minutes in because the AI villain in that movie made me so dizzy I thought I was going to throw up. That's real, by the way. I'm kind of doing a bit right now, but that actually did happen to me. And don't get me wrong, I loved Sinners. Such a fun theater experience, but the whole time I was watching it, I couldn't help but think how much better it would have been if instead of doing the whole vampire thing, they had just screen recorded a bunch of Zoom calls. And then I found out about the new War of the Worlds movie and all of my prayers were answered. God. War of the Worlds is Amazon's take on Steven Spielberg's take on the H.G. Wells novel from 1,000 years ago. And I say Amazon and not Prime Video because where a lot of Prime content is made with a noticeable production value, this movie feels like it was made in an Amazon warehouse.
No, Mark, no!
It's also kind of an ad for Amazon, but I'll get to that later. The main character of War of the Worlds is Will Radford, who works for the Department of Homeland Security as a surveillance and threat assessment expert, which certainly makes it sound like we could be in for an exciting movie here. In reality, all Will actually does is sit at his computer all day watching drone footage of Washington, D.C. I think the conceit of the movie was, okay, what if Jason Bourne worked from home?
Sorry?
And he was played by Ice Cube?
Oh no, that's not gonna work.
From the opening montage, it's not entirely clear what Will's role here even is. It kind of seems like the computer is already marking everything for him, and all he needs to do is see if the text is green or red. If it's green, he can move on to the next batch of footage, but if it's red, he can also just move on to the next batch of footage. Nothing he's doing matters at all. This car is driving suspiciously close to the Pentagon. Let's go ahead and give that a threat level of medium, provide no further information, and then get back to looking at buildings. You realize pretty quickly that Will seems to be a lot less interested in securing the homeland than he is using his access to government equipment to spy on his adult children. He spends the majority of his time just looking at them, watching them. He has cameras at their jobs, at their homes, inside their fridge. Okay, so we got 4 avocados, 1 mayonnaise, 4 avocados, and 8 unknowns. I'm sorry, it can tell just from the outside of this container that there's cake in there, but it doesn't recognize a cup of pudding.
You haven't had any protein this week.
How do you know?
Let's just say me and your fridge is pretty tight.
I love his character, one, because of Ice Cube's transformative performance.
Really? A muffin. What are you thinking?
Jesus, Dad, how many times have we been
One
through
hard
this?
boiled egg.
But also, I like that he doesn't seem to know why his family doesn't fuck with him.
Hey, Pops.
I'm not your daddy, man.
Sorry.
He finds out his daughter didn't invite him to her baby shower.
What shower?
Oh, shit.
So he hacks into her MacBook and is like, I don't get it. Why doesn't she trust me? Damn. Why would she say something like that? And you can see their last text exchange was her asking him for a ride to the hospital and him being like, not sure about that. I'm gonna be absolutely swamped that day watching a live feed of you going to the hospital. One of the other main characters in this movie is his friend, ? Who works at NASA. And if it wasn't made obvious by the logo behind her and her multiple mentions of the NASA satellites that she has access to, her name in the movie is Sandra NASA. Just want to make sure nobody's confused about where she works. And look, I'm guilty of sometimes saving someone in my phone as first name, their name, last name, the thing I know them for. But even in the government database that he uses throughout the movie, he types in her name as Sandra NASA. So I think that is her legal name. Anyway, this is a great scene because in the span of about 15 seconds, you can see Ice Cube go from crazy weather, not my problem. Whoa, that weather's crazy. But it's not my problem.
Take a look at this.
I watch people, not weather. All right, that's crazy right there. Well, I got bigger fish to fry than watching clouds.
Now, I know you're thinking this movie is great so far, but how come nobody's gone on Facebook yet? Don't worry, he does, for several consecutive minutes.
Remember to take out the trash today and be nice to the kids.
That's how she died. He forgot to take out the trash and she got hit by a garbage truck. Yeah. Here's another example of very efficient writing in this scene. From this, we don't just learn that wife is dead. We learn that in this universe, the deliverability of a Facebook message is what indicates whether or not someone is alive. This is a crucial detail to remember, as later on when shit hits the fan and the aliens start attacking, spoiler alert, sorry, there's a very tense moment where Will's message to his daughter Faith does not go through. The implication being that she died so hard her Facebook doesn't even work anymore. Look, I know Facebook certainly has some weird policies, but I don't think they deactivate your account the moment you die. No, thankfully she survived, and her dad is able to confirm this because he, again, has access to 24/7 live feeds of every building she might be inside of. Aw, he really does care. That'll teach her not to be so cagey about her privacy. Also, I see these are all Ring cameras they've placed around their house, but what is this one for? The one that's eye level with the couch? Is that to make sure nobody breaks in and starts watching TV? Now, I think this is a good time to remind you that Ice Cube spends 99% of this movie sitting in one spot. This is a sci-fi action adventure about aliens attempting to destroy Earth, and it is filmed entirely from the point of view of a guy looking at his computer. You could make the argument that there's no point in even trying to make this movie if you're not going to actually film any of the things that are supposed to be happening in it. And I'd almost be inclined to agree, but have you stopped to think about how much more work that would have been? Ugh. Watching someone's facial expression change slightly while looking at a bunch of desktop notifications accomplishes the same exact thing. It's terrible. Like even when meteors are hitting the Earth, aliens are coming out and shooting people, we're still not really watching any of those things. We're just watching Ice Cube react to those things.
Oh my God.
This is probably the best scene in the whole movie.
See this? Dave, listen to me. Get out of there, now.
That's good advice.
What? I can't hear you. Gotta go left now.
Where is he routing him?
Go right now.
He's so confident about where to go, about where the aliens aren't going to be. Oh no. My son died from explosion. When is this week gonna end?
Thank God.
Don't worry, Dave is okay. But now Faith is in trouble.
I've never showed it, Dad.
What are you doing outside?
At least put a jacket on. It's cold out there.
Get away from that. Okay? Stay clear of that stuff. Get out of there. Go.
Yeah, she's working on it.
Go.
Wait, he has access to her heart rate? Why didn't he just check that earlier?
How are you? How's the baby? They come. Your heart rate is way too high.
105? That's not that high, especially considering the situation they're in. She just sprinted away from an alien laser beam. If anything, it's kind of low. She's freaking calm right now. Oh, cool. We're moving from the computer to the phone.
All operators are busy now.
The world is at war.
I'm coming.
Gross.
Here I come.
Hey, at least he's finally about to go to a more interesting filming location.
Damn it. Lockdown.
Never mind. The door's locked. My daughter's in danger. I have to go help her. You know, on second thought, I do kind of like this chair.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming right now.
Gross.
As quick as you can. I'll open it for you. Hurry up, baby.
Faith, you're gonna have to get your ass in gear, man. This is some pathetic effort I'm seeing out of you. Hurry, you're almost there. Keep moving. Just a little bit faster. Good news, she was able to make it into a car that's leading her to safety. Bad news, it's a Tesla.
You think you have more power than you really do. You think you have the power to have saved Mom?
Ooh, awkward timing with this explosion. I kinda have to do an ad right now. In a world dominated by subscription services, it can be really easy to lose track of all your recurring payments. But this is where today's sponsor, Rocket Money, comes in. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that allows you to manage subscriptions, lower bills, make a custom budget, and increase your savings all in one place. When I first signed up for Rocket Money, I realized I had been paying for 2 Hulu accounts, and I wasn't using either of them. Even more recently, they helped me realize that I was paying for Google Drive and Dropbox. Those are the same thing, you don't need both of them. But not only does Rocket Money help you keep track of all your subscriptions by showing them all in one place once you've connected your bank account, but depending on the service, they might even be able to cancel it for you with just a few taps. No more trying to navigate a website's convoluted UI or sitting on hold with customer service. Just sit back and let Rocket Money do the hard work for you. They can also help you lower your bills with, again, very minimal effort on your part. I tried this a few months ago with my internet bill, and honestly, I went into it thinking, this probably won't work, but I might as well give it a shot, you know? And then they saved me over $100. I didn't have to talk to anybody or send a bunch of emails back and forth. I just hit a few buttons and then they lowered my internet bill. It was awesome. Rocket Money has helped its customers save up to $740 a year when using all of the app's premium features. And they've also helped customers save over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. So if you want to save more and spend less, join the over 5 million customers using Rocket Money today. Go to rocketmoney.com/Drew Gooden or click the link in the description to get started for free. Thank you to Rocket Money for sponsoring today's video, and now back to the movie. Classic infuriating movie trope here, where one character has vital information that would help everybody, but the person they're trying to communicate it to won't listen.
And I need to talk to you about something
I don't have time for that right now.
Dad,
okay?
This is important. I have information I think you might want to know.
Not now, Dave.
The government...
No. I don't want to hear nothing you have to say.
Dad, listen!
I gotta go.
There are so many jump cuts in this movie, it's actually insane. Like, I think they just filmed every line individually and forgot they needed to account for conversational timing. So then they had to fix it by putting all these cuts in that you can't do in a movie. YouTube video? Sure, do all the jump cuts you want. But you gotta raise your standards a little bit if you're Universal Pictures. Now, to be clear, I don't blame any of the individual editors for this. In fact, I don't know if I could imagine a more difficult editing task than to have to make something comprehensible with the source material that they were given. Essentially, Amazon gave these two people a photo of a green screen and a handful of Ice Cube reaction shots and said, make a movie. And technically, they did, because we're watching it. Sometimes I wonder, though, if they even knew what was going to be on the computer when they filmed, or if the plan was just get a shot of Ice Cube looking concerned, and then we'll figure out the rest later. Because not only do they reuse shots like crazy, but there's times where something so inconsequential happens that it feels like it was just shoved in after the fact. All right, time to fly this drone. Oh, wait, I can't. I could earlier, but now I can't. I need a level 5 password. So I'm gonna DM someone else in the government and ask for a level 5 password. And now I can see the drone. What a fun obstacle to just throw in for no reason at all. Did it make the movie better, or did it just make it longer?
Our forces are positioned and ready to engage right now.
What do you think, Mr. President?
I see no other option to initiate this war of the worlds.
He said it. He said it. There are too many of them. What are we going to do?
We're going to initiate a Star War.
China
and the U.S. have joined forces in what is an unprecedented collaboration.
On the Song of the Summer.
The world's governments have finally put aside their differences in an effort to protect the home planet.
Who is saying this? Who is talking right now? Such a heartwarming sequence here, a real glimpse into what life might be like if we all just got along. And the best part is, we get to watch Ice Cube watch it happen.
Got him. Got him. Took your ass out, huh? Take your intergalactic asses back home.
Meanwhile, Faith isn't doing so hot. She's pregnant.
I thought that I could stop the bleeding if I took it out.
I thought I could stop the bleeding by pulling out the one object that was stopping me from bleeding. Why didn't that work?
Gotta put some pressure on that wound, man. No, Mark, no!
But I work for Amazon. Packing supplies are all I know. Oh no, please don't die. Hold on, Faith. I love... Oh, wait, my girlfriend's calling?
Keep me posted.
Hey, you talking to the cube, baby girl? What do you want? Big discovery here about the aliens and their intentions.
Why are they going after the chip?
These little guys are drawn to data.
These things eat data.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. This whole attack is just a big diversion to get those tripods to the data center. And those tripods are just Trojan horses to get those little bugs into the server.
I feel like I have to point out that that's not how Trojan horses work. A Trojan horse is when you sneak something nefarious inside of something that appears harmless, so the people you're trying to attack let their guard down. I don't think that quite counts when you're talking about a 50-foot walking laser beam.
Guys, a giant robot's destroying the city. How fun is that? I just hope there aren't a bunch of smaller robots inside of it who try to steal my Facebook memories.
Oh no, my Facebook memories!
I never should have trusted you.
No.
Remember to take out the trash today and be nice to the
kid. It's so sad. It's like she's dying all over again. And how is he going to remember to take out the trash now?
Kind of seems like he already forgot the part about being nice to the kids.
Jesus, Dave.
Dad! I love how often in this movie, Ice Cube exasperatedly takes off his glasses, only to just have them back on immediately in the next scene. Also, in case you didn't pick up on the insane plot twist here, turns out the aliens aren't here to take over the world, they're here to eat our data.
We are in utter chaos without our most precious resource, our data.
And because of the internet, we have a whole bunch of it.
Collecting data? Oh, man.
The clues were there all along. Look how hungry that robot is.
Shit. Briggs is behind the whole thing.
Traitor. Yeah. I think you're going to want to take those glasses off, man. And go ahead and put them back on.
NASA warned you if you activated Goliath, it could spark an invasion.
Those dinosaur bureaucrats don't keep us safe. I do.
So basically, this evil government surveillance program knew that the aliens were going to come eat all this data, but they still wanted to collect it anyway. And it's like, okay, I guess there's almost an interesting idea here. There are a ton of billionaires and people in power who are mostly aware that their choices are actively harming the earth and the future of humanity, but they continue to do it anyway because the things they're doing benefit them personally. But I do think there's maybe a tad bit of irony in Amazon being the platform through which this message is conveyed. A platform that is currently using my own data to advertise groceries to me every time I pause this movie.
Our most precious resource on Earth is data.
Also, if you've ever been on the Fast and Furious ride at Universal Studios, all of these webcam conversations have the same exact cadence as the conversations that take place on that ride.
Shaw, that cockroach we beat down in Spain? What's he got to do with this?
Nothing. VP, justices, chiefs of staff, all secure.
Okay.
You insane. I didn't sign up for this shit.
Thank you for your service, Radford. You're dismissed.
Gotta stop this thing. Wait! No.
Oh no, he's being dismissed. Not sure I understand though. I might need to see 5 different examples of him being locked out of his computer. What? Oh! He got fired. The other twist is that his son Dave is the disruptor, and Will hates the disruptor because of how disruptive he is.
It's you! It's you!
Yeah.
In fact, he's #1 on the domestic terror suspect watch list. But now that he's stuck on the outside too, they'll have to work together to save the day. He's gonna have to go from hacking for the government to hacking to the government.
And let's pop those glasses off for a sec. Thank you, Q. Then Mark and Faith send an update photo letting Will know that everything's okay. But it's such a bad picture that Will doesn't even seem that happy about it. Good.
Dad, meet my disruptors.
What the hell? This was supposed to be our safe space.
Guys, enough.
It's truly fascinating to watch a movie try to raise its stakes without any ability to do so, because everything has to take place at his desk. It's not like we can just go out to some big set piece and watch a cool fight. The best Ice Cube can do is send some emails, upload a YouTube video, use Photoshop to put his face into the YouTube video.
Damn, Mr. Radford, that was badass.
It's riveting stuff, honestly. This is what movies are all about.
Thelma Louise, break encryption. Code Crusher, bypass firewalls. And Burnout, just stay out of trouble.
Yeah, if there's one thing we know about Burnout, I'd say he's kind of a loose cannon.
What the hell?
A few minutes later, that whole crew of people we were just introduced to dies.
I'm being hacked. They're hacking us.
They're eating our data.
Now the aliens have turned their attention to Dave.
No!
Oh no, he's gone for real this time.
Ice, aren't you forgetting something?
Thank you. Now put him back on. You know you can't see without him. And then he sits down and then stands up and then he goes to pick up his chair that he threw earlier. So like, wait, where the fuck was he just sitting a second ago? And I guess firefighters are there already? How did they get there so fast? It's been 12 seconds and the world is at war.
Gonna need to take my glasses off for this one.
Oh, never mind, guys. His son is alive. He was just using a green screen.
You had me worried to death, man.
You should have seen it. I threw my chair on the ground. Oh, son, I'm just so glad you're alive. For the second time today, I thought I lost you. I was devastated. Oh, wait, my girlfriend's calling me again? Girl, you gotta stop blowing up the cube, okay? I got shit to do today.
We must destroy DHS to make sure anything that gets through can't get to the Goliath.
No!
Guys! That's the building I'm in!
Hell no.
Dad, you're gonna have to get the code into the servers manually.
They will kill you, Will. It's a damn suicide mission.
I said I'll be fine.
I just needed to put my glasses back on. Okay, so the plan is Will is going to leave the room. I just hope his legs haven't atrophied in all the time he's been sitting there. He's got to go take this virus and put it in that delicious data that the aliens will eat and then melt or whatever. I don't actually really know. There's just one problem with this plan, though. The only way to transport this virus is with a thumb drive, and Mr. Cube doesn't have one.
Put it on a thumb drive.
I don't have a thumb drive.
What do you mean you don't have a thumb drive?
What? Dude, everybody has a thumb drive. Shit, I bet even Mark has one.
Even I have a thumb drive.
I knew it.
Faith can load it here and I can get it to you.
How?
Prime Air.
So this is where the movie goes from good to great.
I mean, rarely do we get to see the streaming service a movie is on become so integral to the plot of the movie.
Right.
Oh, it's the future of delivery.
In hindsight, it actually feels kind of insane that I even needed to have a Prime subscription in order to watch this movie that is about to climax with Amazon saving the world.
I need you to place an official order on Amazon to activate the drone.
Nuts.
I like when this guy's flying the Amazon drone, but then the aliens sent out their drones to try to blow it up. So then the other guy starts piloting a third drone that he uses to blow up these drones before they can blow up the Amazon drone.
Touchdown!
Good job, team. Oh no, the drone fell down. There's no way to get it back up from here. Okay, so what do you think that they're going to do to get out of this situation? I'll give you a couple seconds to think about it. Got your answer? Great. So if you said that they would use facial recognition software to identify this homeless person on the street so that they could text him on the phone and ask him to flip over the drone, you're correct. But also a little psychotic for even thinking of that. Jesus Christ, man. But of course, he doesn't just trust this unknown number at face value. He has to be bribed a little bit first. So they give him a $1,000 Amazon gift card. And without hesitation, he sprints into the face of danger to flip that thing over. Oh my God, what a choice. I'm pretty sure that guy exploded, by the way, but that doesn't matter to us because the camera never turns around to look. In his first taste of real action in the entire movie, Will gets grabbed by an alien tentacle that penetrated the building, and then he says this.
These things are everywhere!
Nope, there was just one, and all he had to do to kill it was tell it to move.
Move, bitch! Get out the way!
Just like the song.
Where's that drum? Coming!
And now for the scene that this entire movie has led up to.
No! I love you guys!
In hindsight,
It actually makes sense why he spent his entire life in that room, because about 5 minutes after he left it for the first time, he died. So maybe he was onto something. Anyway, now it's everybody else's turn to be alone in a room, pretending to react to someone's death. Huh, not so easy, is it? Maybe we shouldn't have been so hard on him, you know? Especially now that he's gone. I miss him so much. His quips, his glasses. Oh, never mind, he's okay. Aw, happy ending. I guess nobody died in the movie. Except for the millions of people who definitely died in the movie, but we don't have to think about that.
I just got off with the president. He wants you to pioneer a new data collecting protocol that doesn't invade people's personal privacy.
Sorry, sir, but not for me.
If I can't invade people's personal privacy, then I'm just not interested.
This War of the Worlds.
And that's the movie. It's a total abomination. It's a hoot and a half. It's already being called the worst movie of the decade, but it begs the question, how the fuck did this happen? Look, I refuse to believe that a single person involved in making this was not aware of how terrible it is. I mean, my first thought when I initially saw people posting clips and making fun of it was, oh, Amazon made a terrible movie on purpose to get free publicity, and it's working. If this movie was only kind of bad, no one would be talking about it. And even if it was somehow really good, they still wouldn't be talking about it. I think they put out this steaming pile of product placement-ridden garbage to trick me and 10,000 other YouTubers into making full videos about it. The streaming services have caught on to the effectiveness of rage bait, and just like those data-hungry robots, none of us could resist taking a bite. Weirdly though, the more I read about the production process, the more I actually kind of think this was not intentional and it just happened to suck. The biggest factor being that this movie was filmed 5 years ago during COVID lockdown. It wasn't a conscious artistic choice to shoot it the way they did, although they have now retroactively tried to say that it was. They did it because they could either put each actor in a separate room and try to piece it all together in post, or they just couldn't make a movie at all. And that makes sense. You know, everything was pretty janky in 2020. We were all just trying to adjust to that new reality. But then they sat on this movie for 5 years. We are well past the era of late night shows being filmed on a webcam and sports being played in front of empty stadiums. Movies have been normal again for a while now. Nothing else looks like this. It's so out of place in the year 2025 that you can't help but stare at it. So I don't think they necessarily set out to make a terrible movie. I think they just ended up with one and didn't know what to do with it. But by waiting until audiences' expectations had long since returned to their pre-COVID standards and would be infinitely more critical of something that was shot exclusively on Microsoft Teams, it created the perfect storm of negative attention. It is the best advertisement for Prime Air that Amazon could have possibly hoped for. We're all voluntarily talking about it for free. So you know what? We gotta stop, guys, okay? No more fueling the fire. No more tweets, no more reactions, no more YouTube videos. From this point forward, or at least, well, let's say starting tomorrow, whatever tomorrow's, no more uploading YouTube videos about this movie, okay? And we obviously can't assign that rule retroactively. Anything uploaded today or in the past, it's fine, you know, because we hadn't agreed on the rule yet.
I know I'm pretty late with this video. People have been talking about this movie for like 3 weeks now, which in internet time is about 1.5 years. But I just felt like I needed to wait for something else to come out. An article that explains how this all happened. I don't know, maybe a single mention of the movie from any of its cast or crew, but there has been nothing. Every day I Google War of the Worlds 2025 in hopes I can find one little nugget, one extra piece of insight into this debacle of a film, and there's just radio silence to an almost alarming degree. Not one person from this movie has acknowledged its existence in any way whatsoever, positive or negative. It's like the opposite of a press tour, where instead of sending all the actors out to do interviews and podcasts, they made everyone sign NDAs. Even Ice Cube, who posts on Instagram 400 times a day, has not mentioned this movie at all. Andrea Savage has a long list of credits in her bio that doesn't include this movie, but does include the hashtag butthole. Great! Now I have to click on that. There goes my afternoon. There's such a collective lack of acknowledgement here that I'm actually concerned that maybe none of the actors even know that they were in this movie. Like, they have no memory of it, and that's terrifying. Someone needs to tell them. It's someone besides me, of course, because I've already tried and it doesn't seem to be working. I guess whatever happened behind the scenes of this movie is just gonna remain a mystery, is what I thought.
and then something incredible happened. Huge shout out to a YouTube channel called Tony's Film Club for interviewing the producer and main editor of this movie. This is exactly the kind of thing I was hoping would come out to provide some clarity, you know, and after watching this interview, I am somehow more confused about this movie than I was before.
But a lot of the critiques of the movie are dealing with personal, very subjective things that people dislike.
Yeah. It did confirm a couple of things we all just kind of assumed. One, that the actors did film almost all their parts individually.
Those were remote. Those were done with the director only.
Which explains the total lack of chemistry in every single scene. And number two, that editing this monstrosity was an absolute nightmare.
There's some scenes where you end up with about 10 video layers, 10 performance layers, and you have to keep track of all this, make it work, you know, make sure that everybody is able to track and follow what matters on the screen. It's a mountain to keep track of.
I genuinely feel bad for this guy for having had to put in hundreds, if not thousands of hours in order to make this movie come to life.
Was I scared of entering this project? Yes, I was terrified, frankly.
Another thing is that the producer seems to genuinely believe that people just aren't understanding their vision.
But Q being a dad, saving his kids and family, that was the movie's intent.
They seem to think that they've made this really heartfelt movie about a loving family and are annoyed that other people aren't seeing it that way.
Instead, the movie was received as an enormous disappointment, as if it was to be this gigantic $200 million tentpole. It was never intended for that.
Got it. Okay, so then it doesn't matter that it was bad because it wasn't supposed to not be?
From the critics' standpoint, they went into expecting something much grander in scope, probably by way of the title being misleading. You know, War of the Worlds implies something gigantic.
Yeah, and I think that's fair. Also, you knew that this was going to be the title the entire time you were making the movie. It's not like they dropped that on you last minute.
War of the Worlds.
But the real shock from this video is that apparently Amazon was not involved in the production of this movie at all.
Was this one giant advertisement for Amazon?
No, it wasn't. Amazon didn't see it until the movie was all the way done. The creation of Mark was simply because during COVID, who was bringing us all these products to keep us going? Amazon drivers. These individuals are heroes.
And that's why we portrayed him as a bumbling idiot. Because he's so stupid. I mean, important.
We wanted it to be recognizable that this is a part of society.
Okay, I guess that explains Mark's character, but then what about the drone?
The drone? We had to figure out, how do you get Ice Cube a USB stick with a virus ready to be uploaded when he's 2 miles away from where Mark is?
Right, of course, you know, and there's just no other way to do that. And the logo on the screen the entire time?
There's the drone that Dave is piloting, and then there's the drone that Mark is piloting. It was very confusing for a time, the edit, when you didn't have the Primaire overlay.
Okay, but what about the part where they spent like a full minute on Amazon's website?
That was the only way that the drone, which was pre-programmed to deliver to the correct address, could get to Q.
Right, of course, you know, and that's not the kind of thing that you could just take creative liberties on. If people saw you using an Amazon drone, but they didn't get to see the entire process of something being ordered online, they would be outraged.
Yes.
Okay, so that explains all that. What about the Amazon gift card?
The Amazon gift card, I would like to address that. LA has a huge homelessness problem. But we wanted to also take the everyman who is not appreciated and give that person the opportunity to help save the world, which he does.
Yeah, he does. Reluctantly, after being bribed.
He is incentivized with a financial offer. And how do you get someone like that immediate money, cash in hand? Amazon gift card.
It's the only way.
So does this mean that after Amazon licensed it, they did not add any changes? They did not say, put our logo in here, anything like that?
No. Nothing.
Well, there you have it. They made this entire movie about Amazon saving the world, and it wasn't even because Amazon told them to. They just did it out of the goodness of their own hearts. You know, I actually think that makes it worse.
Amazon saw the Amazon character and identified clearly this would work wonderfully for them on their platform worldwide. And here we are, cut to 3 weeks later, and it's a smash hit for Amazon.
For all the right reasons. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you didn't like this video, it's not because it wasn't entertaining, or that I was 2.5 weeks late to this whole trend, or that I'm ugly. It's that you didn't understand it. It wasn't supposed to be good, and it's your fault for expecting it to. All right, I'll see you guys next time.
It's a cult classic in the making. I can already see that.
99, 100. Ready or not, here I can. Oh. That's not a very good spot. Hey guy, welcome back to your short reprieve from hearing that Mariah Carey song everywhere you go all month long. This is a safe space, I promise. Boy, do I love Christmas. It's the one time a year where you get to spend an entire week with all the people who stress you out the most. But if there's one thing I love more than Christmas, it's Peacock, which is the perfect mix of terrible content and an even worse user interface. You're telling me it's about to be 2022 and I can't scroll left and right to fast forward? I gotta move the remote down here and hit that button and then quickly move back over to play, but oopsies, I took too long and now I'm watching the credits. Not to worry though, they did add a 10-second rewind button on PC, where you already have a mouse and you could just click anywhere. Don't want to put that shit on the TV too? Remotes have like 4 buttons now. You gotta help me out here, Peacock. I'm trying to watch the Kids Tonight Show. Yeah, I guess I should talk about that. You know how you've always wondered, what if Jimmy Fallon was for children? And what if he was the guest and he came out into a ball pit with someone in a panda costume?
It is great to meet you guys. Thank you, little hashtag.
His name is Little Hashtag. I genuinely cannot tell who this show is for. I don't think kids would want to watch this. It's clearly written by adults to try to appeal to children, but that just means Fortnite references and the word awesome sauce and an overly enthusiastic crowd.
What's the best way for us to learn about the news?
The best question, if you don't understand, is ask or do some research. Consider it a homework assignment, if you will.
That's right, Lester. It's a children's show, so, you know, they've got some obvious guests like JoJo Siwa, the D'Amelio sisters, and, of course, Lester Holt from NBC News. Kids love the news.
I used to take pencils and put them on my mouth.
Whose idea was this show? Was it you, Jimmy? At least the kids seem to be having fun. I just feel so blessed to get to watch a product crash and burn in real time because every decision they make is the wrong one. Peacock has all the potential in the world to be the new Quibi. You getting some good licks in? Sorry, I'll give you privacy. Having established such a low bar for content quality, a few weeks ago I decided to search the word Christmas and see what came up. And oh my God, every single one of these movies is terrible. Outside of an animated Grinch movie, there is not a competent film on this list. A Frozen Christmas 2, Dance Off, Married by Christmas. Not to be confused with Merry Christmas. I bet that's her name. A Christmas in Vermont. Oh, Chevy. You brought this on yourself. A Christmas Village, a Christmas Princess. What kind of Instagram filter did they put on this guy's face? Jesus Christ. Christmas is you. No, Christmas is you. Christmas Town.
Christmas Town?
Christmas Town.
Christmas Town. Shoelaces for Christmas? That's it?
We'll teach everyone.
What do you want for Christmas, sweetheart? Shoelaces?
Oh my God. They made a whole movie about this?
I only want shoelaces.
That helping others.
It just doesn't feel right having shoelaces when my new best friend doesn't. Hey.
Don't take yours off and put them in a tree. Give them to the girl.
Is the greatest gift of all.
You didn't help her. Hey, I noticed you don't have any food. Yeah. So, out of solidarity, I'm gonna stop eating too. Thanks. Helping others is the greatest Christmas gift. You're not gonna believe this shit. The Christmas Switch 2021, they ripped off the Netflix movies where Vanessa Hudgens plays British triplets? Well, it's official. Peacock is now the equivalent of all those straight-to-DVD knockoffs that were supposed to confuse people at Blockbuster and make them grab the wrong movie. Maybe I'm judging too soon. Let's watch the trailer.
Just remembering how we used to switch places as kids all the time. Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do it. Let's switch places for Christmas.
Why does she sound so sarcastic?
Whoa,
you look just like me.
You have to feed and walk Austin every day.
I mean, yeah, he's a dog. You don't really have to explain that.
You're telling me I gotta feed this thing?
Somewhere in the midst of all the go, 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 I forgot that we're meant to enjoy the moments while we have them.
Awesome. I'll never watch that. The other thing I've noticed on Peacock is there's a weirdly high proportion of dog Christmas movies. The 12 Dogs of Christmas, 12 Dog Days Till Christmas, 12 Christmas Wishes for My Dog. I watched a couple of these and it kind of seems like they were just filming the dogs and then sort of wrote a loose script around that.
Mom, I asked Rory to take me outside and he's not doing it, and you said he's always supposed to.
You don't have to animate the mouths, at least not like that.
But I never thought they'd abandon us like this. They left us here? Alone?
For Christmas? No, that's actually another dog movie. I'm saving that one for the end. Obviously, I couldn't watch all the Christmas movies on here, but I did watch a handful of them, and there's two in particular that I really want to rip into today. Both centered around dogs, and both featuring some just baffling moments. But let's start with 12 Dog Days Till Christmas. This movie wasn't just made by Mar Vista of Christmas Mail fame, but also with a company called It's Entertainment. For some reason, it made me think of that time I got an Instagram ad for I, Tonya, and Amanda thought it said, "It only a movie." And we quote that almost every day. So the movie opens on our hero Jack, a teenage boy peddling like Windex, I guess. And he must do this a lot because the owner of the shop across the street comes out to yell at him, and it escalates so fast.
Forget it, kid. Get out of here. Don't make me call the cops. Capiche? Yeah, I got it.
Well, at least that's over. He's probably just gonna walk away now. Oh, he's setting the sign on fire.
What do you think you're doing, kid? Giving you a reason to call the cops. Go on, dial 911. Tell him old Jack is here waiting for him.
The movie just started. So then Jack has to go meet with his probation officer, and he's pissed.
Arson? Come on, what is that all about?
It was barely a candle's flame, really.
'Twas barely a candle's flame, sir. You needn't punish me.
I really thought that we were turning things around, Jack.
There is no we. Just you behind that desk, and then me. Out here in the real world.
In front of the desk. Also, this is where we find out he's an orphan. His parents are still alive. They just gave him up to do drugs and crime and stuff, and that's why he acts out.
And how is your mother?
I don't know.
Still not keeping up with you, huh?
Nope.
120 hours of community service. Now, do you think you can do that?
Nope.
You hear that punishment? 120 hours of community service. Make sure to put that info in your pocket because it will come back later. So now he heads to the animal shelter that he's been sentenced to community serve. And the girl there is so confused by his name.
So, Jackson, I'm Blair, and I'm in charge of this place.
Oh, it's Jack. My name's Jack.
Jack? But your probation placement report says your name is Jackson.
Yeah, Jack is the first part of that. But the paper says Jackson!
And this is Hillary. Hi, I handle most of the paperwork here. That's my sister Ryan.
Ryan's not your average girl, as you could tell by hat.
So we're gonna have you clean one of the empty enclosures. Ryan, do you mind showing him how to do that?
If I must.
I'd rather be writing poetry or milking my goats, but I suppose I could lend a hand.
See you around, crying.
Right away, he starts calling her crying. Because she's acting weird, I guess. She does actually start crying a few scenes later, but it's like the writers forgot that hasn't happened yet because he already gave her the nickname. Also, I'm surprised Blair doesn't start freaking out.
Crying.
But the paper says Ryan! They're kind of a match made in heaven, though, because they're both so mopey.
Thanks for informing the whole table about my life. Thanks for reminding me of my sad life.
Oh, if only he knew they both like generic rock music and reading books.
I'm reading Stephen King.
She's so different. The good news is Jack starts thriving at the animal shelter by using his gritty street smarts to convince people to buy the dogs.
Okay.
For some reason, though, every character spends the entire movie dunking on this one.
You're like that girl they hook you up with. Say she's got an outstanding personality, which really means outstandingly difficult to look at.
She's not that ugly.
The shelter is closing permanently, and there's nothing we can do to stop it.
Oh no! Now she really is crying. They gotta get rid of all the dogs before Christmas, otherwise they'll have to go to the pound where they'll immediately die.
Well, how much time do they have?
12 days.
Just under 2 weeks.
12 dog days till Christmas. The title's a lot darker than I expected. Sometimes when you're filming something, you don't get all the shots you need, but you don't realize until it's too late. So now you got to get one of the actors to voice over the lines to fill in the blanks. And this movie does a great job of that.
I think Ryan used to have one when she was younger before my mom married her dad.
It's sad she can't have one now since she's the real dog lover.
I like them too.
That was so seamless, I hardly even noticed.
Jack, wait.
Yeah?
You still have more than 60 hours left on your service.
You digging through my personal file, crying?
Mind your own business, crying. Wait, he's halfway through his time already? He's been there for like a day. He worked 60 hours in one day. Now that's impressive.
What if you help me place all the unadoptable dogs before Christmas?
It's a terrible idea. I know from experience. You can't make people take things they don't want.
Why was that shot so long? Speaking of long shots, they spend the next like 7 minutes introducing every single dog individually and the thing that's wrong with them.
No one wants to take him because he's so old. And this here is Boomer, who really likes to roughhouse.
This is Bowser. He's got fleas. This is Stephanie. She's dumb as shit.
I have the perfect idea for where we can start trying to find homes for these dogs first thing tomorrow.
11 dogs and 12 days till Christmas. Plenty of time. Let's get started. What do you guys... Are you guys just gonna sit outside all day? This was your big plan? Now you're going back inside? What the hell was that?
Any luck?
Nope. We went 0 for 11.
Yeah, because you sat on the sidewalk all day. What did you think would happen?
Yeah, just gonna be a lot more work than I originally thought.
The whole thing was like, these dogs are messed up, dude. No one wants them. And then they did nothing all day and are surprised it didn't work. I love this next scene. It's so on the nose.
What are you studying?
It's for my AP business course. We're learning target marketing.
Target marketing. It's too bad we can't target market Petunia into a good home too.
You're a genius.
We gotta get rid of these dogs. Anyway, what are you reading? Oh, it's nothing. It's just a manual on how to get people to adopt dogs. It's too bad that doesn't apply to this situation. Unless...
Take the twins, for example. They're super hyper, so maybe we need to find a family with super hyper kids to keep up with them.
That's a great idea. If my kids were driving me crazy, I would also get 2 loud-ass dogs.
Why are you such a wet spot?
Why are you such a dirty floor?
By the way, there's a little bit of a love triangle going on here. Ryan is into Jack, but Jack is into her older sister, Hillary, who really shouldn't be involved at all because she's like 4 years older than both of them.
Oh, here, let me help you there. Wouldn't want you to fall.
Milady. Montage time! I do not want that dog. We do not want that dog. Aw, how cute. We will get the dog. Bark. Never mind. We will not get the dog. Okay, bye. Jack lives with some temporary foster parents who keep getting mad at him because he's working late at the shelter.
Sorry, Jeff. Dinner's already been served.
And then she breaks the news to him that another family is going to take his beloved Trevor and Tony from him. Here's how he reacts.
So they might be interested in taking the boys before Christmas.
Wow. So I won't see the boys for Christmas.
Jack, we'd like you to think about coming with us if you want.
Where did he go? There's a door back there? This next scene is great. Jack saves a kid from getting bullied just by intimidating them.
Give him back the bag.
This don't concern you, Jack.
Hand over the bag now.
Look, I don't want to fight you, Jack.
Come on, Terry. Make my Christmas.
Did they not think they could take him? It's 3-on-2, and this guy is clearly 30. I don't know what it is about Jack, but everyone is terrified of him. Whoa, we don't want any trouble, Jack.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Now scram.
But since this guy's a weak little baby, Jack gets him to adopt a dog for protection. And they're at the park, and they see a kid missing some baseballs, so they give them a dog so he can fetch the balls for them. You know when you identify what would be a very temporary convenience, and so you adopt a dog? The next dog only has 3 legs, and so Jack's like, I know who this reminds me of.
Molly was always so inspiring to me.
I don't know if we can with her being in a wheelchair.
A girl in a wheelchair.
obviously.
Tell me what kind of forms we need to fill out for your friend here before Molly gets back home.
Thanks.
Hey, would you mind grabbing the other side of this tree? Of course, sir. Let me just... Here, did that help? Not at all. Well, I did touch it. Just get out of my way. Bird. All right, and let's go ahead and cut the shot. Guys, I think we got it. I think we can cut the shot. Can we cut to the next scene? Thank you. So these dogs are flying off the shelves, but remember ugly old Petunia? Oh, this family's gonna be so repulsed when they see her.
She's here to spread Christmas joy to your family.
Well, I'm sorry. I think we're gonna have to pass. It's just not the kind of dog we're looking to surprise our children with, okay?
I'm trying to surprise my boys for Christmas. That's why they've been watching us this whole time.
What kind of dog are you looking to get?
Something that won't scare them half to death every time it looks back at them.
Quite frankly, that dog's an abomination, and she should burn in hell.
Take your money and shove it.
All right, well, they didn't take the dog, but it's not a big deal. I'm sure you can find another. Oh no, he's raging again.
Hey, what's the point of that?
I'm angry.
Oh, hold on, they're alone at night? Time for some fireworks.
Don't you date boys?
I'll date a boy when I find a decent boy to date. Just preferably someone real who's into the same things as me.
What? Like Shakespeare?
I don't just like Shakespeare. I'm into other stuff too. J.K. Rowling.
I'm not like other girls. I like Harry Potter.
Stephen King. I have all kinds of taste in books.
Wait, I like Stephen King too.
Yeah?
Wow, maybe we have more in common than I thought.
I cried.
And he still hates her. So. Jack runs into his real mom outside the grocery store, and I'm not even gonna show you the scene because it's just so awkward. Only 3 dogs left. So they have a big adoption event at the community center. Jack realizes that without a hat, crying's not ugly, and the dubbed lines are getting more and more seamless.
Guess you guys will have to call it a draw. You each placed pups, and now Boomer and Bruno have homes.
1 dog and 3 days till Christmas. Why does the building have like a nipple on it?
There's no way that Jack is into me, okay?
Well, then you won't mind if I go out with him tonight.
Actually, I mind, because he's 17 and you're old enough to drink.
2 eggnog shakes, please.
Oh, no thanks, not for me. Just a water spritzer, please. Thanks.
You don't like eggnog shakes? Your sister loves them.
Oh, no, yeah.
I guess I just thought you'd have the same interests and personality as your sister, but with a face I like more.
So what do you think about this older girl, younger guy thing?
No, yuck.
Women really are confusing.
So the date didn't go well. And then we see some heartbreaking juxtaposition where Tony and Trevor are winning the hearts of their new parents while Jack gets stood up by his birth mom. They were supposed to have lunch at the diner, but she never showed up. Probably because she was on alcohol.
What are you going to do with the malt liquor in your bag?
I love the editing here. He's sitting, this woman in red walks by, time passes, it's been hours. And the woman in red has just made it to the end of the block. Jack is so mad now that he walks all the way to the animal shelter, starts trashing the place, screams at Ryan.
You're scaring me again.
You don't know what it's like!
Screams at Petunia.
Go away, you stupid, ugly dog! No one even likes you!
Then this happens.
Petunia!
I didn't see her, I'm so sorry.
Jack.
Oh my God. I shouldn't laugh at this, but the pacing is just insane.
Her heart is beating and she's not bleeding, but she was unconscious for a bit and that's not good.
Unconscious for a bit? It's been like 4 seconds.
Well, I don't see any broken bones. My guess is she has a concussion.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna be honest. They forgive him way too easily for this.
I'm so sorry. From the very beginning, I've just been a pain to you guys.
You're not a pain, Jack.
He just undid weeks worth of work and almost killed one of the dogs in the process. Their whole mission has been to find homes for the dogs so they don't get killed, and he almost skipped straight to that step.
Where is Ryan anyways? She's still mad at me, I guess?
Everyone should be mad at you. But she's not. She goes to visit him and make sure he's doing all right.
Who are you? I'm Ryan. I work at the animal shelter with Jack. Is he here?
Are you the hot sister?
No, I'm the not hot sister.
The script is awesome. Anyway, they end up sharing one of the most anticlimactic kisses I've ever seen. He gets to keep Petunia himself, even though he probably traumatized her for life and still has unchecked anger issues. And then the movie throws in 2 more jabs at her for absolutely no reason.
She's pretty. In an ugly kind of way.
So, what's with the white boy and that ugly dog?
I don't understand all of the animosity. This is a cute dog. Well, that's it. Should I have expected more out of this? Probably. But at the end of the day,
It only a movie. All right, so I think I saved the best for last. So you know how Home Alone is a great classic Christmas movie, but every time it gets rebooted, it's a total disaster? Well, that's because they're going about it the wrong way. Don't replace Macaulay Culkin with another kid, replace him with a dog. And that's what Alone for Christmas is all about.
I'm the worst brother ever!
Yeah, the dog's talking this one too. This movie is batshit crazy in the best possible way, and like 10 minutes into it, Amanda and I were laughing so hard that we decided to record our reaction. But let me just set it up a little bit first. There's a little dog named Columbus and a big dog named Bone. And through this terrible opening animation, we see how Columbus is always causing trouble, but their owners always blame Bone for some reason. Oh, now it's Halloween. I hope no one knocks over the pumpkin. No. It's the same setup every time.
The big dog that just sleeps there.
Yeah.
She keeps blaming that dog. And clearly, the little shit that keeps running around is the one knocking stuff over.
No.
I'm telling you, Hunter, this is gonna be the worst Christmas ever.
So the kids are just watching the mom on the treadmill?
Well, they just moved in, you know, they don't have everything set up yet.
But
They could be
do,
watching
though.
the TV that's behind the dad.
Do not fear! Young maiden, your hero has arrived!
Columbus. It's a doll.
And the baby's just in a brown box.
Yeah, there's no packaging whatsoever.
Uh-oh.
Bone, what did you do?
Bone can't come with us to Grandma's house this year. She's getting too old, and we can't risk Bone knocking her down or ripping up her furniture.
But have they ever seen the dog do that? They just always walk in on something happening.
Something has happened here.
Those kennels are like prison camps. Mean, brutal mutts. I hear if a dog enters a big house wearing a sweater, he'll get shanked.
The kid is worried about the dog getting stabbed in the pound.
Oh, happy holidays.
Hi, you must be the new owners.
Yeah.
Is this guy from the United States Postal Service?
No, he's from the United Postal.
Now he works for the USPS. Plot twist, he's actually not working for either of them. Just like in the original Home Alone, he's part of a band of villains, and they're scouting the location for thieving purposes.
Worst Christmas ever. I think I saw this place on that police show you and Mom like to watch.
So this is the establishing shot of the car from the outside, and then this is the inside of the car. Where are they? In like some white void?
Does he have to go?
Yeah. Well,
I love the cuts of the dog on her lap, and then he's like over here, and then he's over here again.
We need to get on the road.
Pick up though.
No, Dad! It looks like outside of an airplane. Like they're just in the clouds. I don't understand. Like there's so many green screen car scenes in movies.
That's the easiest thing to green screen.
I know, even if it looks
They didn't even try.
like bad sitcoms have it. But they're like, no.
No, we're not even gonna try.
We put all our budget into animating
Dogs.
the dog mouth. They look like they got sucked into a wormhole.
Come on, Bone.
Merry Christmas, dude.
Here we go. Come on, boy.
That goes double for you, Columbus.
That poor dog has done nothing wrong.
I know.
His family's so stupid.
His family sucks. All he did was open a present because it was making noise.
Why are the presents there?
Yeah, they're not gonna be there for Christmas. Why were all the presents out in the first place? So they drop Bone off at a shelter, which is actually just some guy's cabin, and Bone gets to meet all the other dogs there, which goes great.
Hey, look, I'm sorry.
Go away!
Sure, but...
Go away!
I miss Bone.
Oh, sweetie. Let's not start that again. You'll see him in 6 days, okay?
You can't grieve over our dog that has never done anything wrong and we're sending him away.
This perfect dog. This dog that's too perfect for this horrible family.
Dylan, hand me your tablet.
There's no app for Fix My Lousy Christmas. I checked.
He has an iPad!
And a Motorola Razr.
Look at that! Bone is holding court.
He looks happy, too.
Yeah, he looks really happy. That's what I'm getting from this shot.
He does look happy.
He's facing the other dog.
They're having fun.
He lost his bite.
So there's one dog who warns Bone about losing his bite because that happened to him.
I ruined Christmas for my family.
As punishment, I got sent here to this hippie commune doggy jail.
And then there's the other dog that just sounds like someone trying to do a Christopher Walken impression.
Action dog!
It was 3 idiot robbers who smelled like fish and body spray. You're going to get robbed, and then you are going to stay here for the rest of your life.
If they get robbed, they're gonna blame it on the dog that's not even there.
You have to stop them.
Stop them? How? I can't call 911.
And we don't have thumbs!
What? They put a rim shot into the movie.
Got it!
Excuse me, you folks driving the dark blue SUV?
Yeah, why?
Well, it's driving itself round back.
What?
Ah!
The window!
Oh
no! Where is Columbus?
There he is!
Oh my god.
Nothing has happened in like 20 minutes, and then all of a
So
sudden,
boring.
The glass shatters, and the dog's in a truck, and the truck's going so fast.
And they throw in another establishing shot as if they would be somewhere else all of a sudden.
Gotta get faster.
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa! Commandeering this, thank you.
And they're holding each other.
Commandeering this, thank you.
Hey! Dylan's ride. This is the worst Christmas ever.
As if the skateboard is faster.
He's a dog. He can run full speed, but then he gets on a skateboard and just kind of coasts slowly. Every time we're trying to process everything we've seen, the chaos of the last scene, then they cut inside a van, which is somewhere else, and they're also in the white void. They've also been sucked into the space-time continuum.
I don't recognize this van. Smells like fish and body spray.
Okay, so they dress up as the Postal Service, but they drive around in a van that says Fish Company. It's filled with mail, but they smell like fish? There's no fish in there.
And most of the police force is off duty, celebrating with their families and such. As long as we don't make a racket, we should have all day. How's it look?
I don't know, I can't see it. We're 27 light years away.
The void. Yeah, it's definitely not suspicious when you walk around like this.
In the middle of the day.
Bet they'll fall for this.
What?
Wait, how did he put that back on?
This will help them stick around. This will be a washout. I'm gonna get in so much trouble for this.
They set the table already?
Well, they want it to be ready for when they get back in a week.
Okay.
They'll be so tired.
When I first
from the
move
drive.
in, I always set my table.
Yeah, with my nicest glassware.
Oh, this sticks with them.
Ew.
He did like one squirt and they're all clumped together now.
Hot sauce facial wash.
Only 30 minutes in.
I feel like we've been watching this for 3 days.
I'm a professional. I think I know. Get me out from the bottom.
The dog just bonked him on the head?
Yeah, the dog picked up a frying pan
But he didn't have
and is now
thumbs.
beating the shit out of him. That clearly was not him. Why does he need to skate? He's upstairs. That means he brought the skateboard all the way up the stairs. I feel like the writers watched a viral video of a dog on a skateboard and they thought,
Gotta have it.
if we put that in a movie, then the movie will go viral. Oh, this is the truck he jumped into?
How you doing, Diesel? Who's this little one? You're a long way from home.
Nick, what are you doing back there?
Looks like Diesel's got a friend.
We need to take a little road trip, Mother.
No!
This little one in back needs to be with family.
So far, I'm not blown away by the acting of the Santa. I'm pretty sure they just went into a mall and hired the Santa there. It's like, hey, you want to be in a movie?
Stop! We're being chased!
I've got this.
Really big time. Too much gas. We're spinning out of control. Worst Christmas ever.
Oh my god! How did that happen? They just did like 50 spins!
Worst Christmas ever.
They used his iPad to edit this movie.
One bungee cord. One garage door.
I kind of feel bad for the dog who had to act in this awful movie.
Dog's doing great.
He did so well. He's nailing all these dumb stunts, and I bet he didn't even get paid. So. What?
Hey, who wants tiramisu?
Don't touch that, it's hot!
How did the candlestick teleport downstairs into his hand?
in the bedroom.
Are there no walls in the bedroom?
No.
Where did that dog come from?
Why does he have a rope?
How did he get up there? How did he untie it?
On the skateboard.
Oh, well, yeah. He rode his skateboard. He did a kickflip up there. It's so funny that the movie was so deliberate about saying the dogs can't do certain things because they don't have thumbs. And then the rest of the movie is the dog doing impossible tasks.
It's the magic of Christmas.
Oh,
Is a spare tire a little thing or a big thing?
oh my
The
God.
spare tire is a little thing, but it's a big thing.
There's something weird about the physics in the universe they're in. Apparently, there's no friction. The tire is just gonna keep rolling.
Can't go to the dog. Gotta let the dog come to you.
Why do they need to catch the dog? Just finish the robbery. They decorated every square inch of their home for Christmas and then left. How long is this gonna go on? Oh my God.
This dog is a tricky one. He's smart.
My favorite part of Home Alone was when they stopped right in the middle of the movie for the burglars to go hire a kid catcher, and then they did 20 minutes of bullshit antics to pad the runtime.
Oh my God!
What the fuck is this movie? He got electrocuted so hard from a cattle prod that he flew
He
up
was
the
just
stairs.
there. Oh, he got transported to the void.
Well, yeah.
The void.
He briefly visited the void. If you look in one of the other shots earlier, he's flying by in the background.
This is taking longer than we planned. Find that dog and put him to sleep.
Why do they need to kill the dog? Just leave.
I know. The grudge they're holding against this dog because he ripped his pants, it's like, we gotta kill this fucking dog.
You little troublemaker.
Okay, and what is this gonna do exactly? Oh my God!
Man, that dog's smart. He knew he wouldn't be wearing shoes, would step on the Legos, fling himself into the
14
bedroom.
feet into the bedroom. They weren't even near each other.
This dog's really smart.
Mm-hmm. He should be like a scientist or something. Oh my God. Is he gonna drown in there?
Oh! It was a lawn dart!
And
Anybody out there? Anybody?
This guy's gonna die in the shower.
And that guy's gonna die in the shaft.
The other guy's gonna fart to death.
God.
Whoa.
wait, it's getting kind of hot in here.
This movie's fucked up.
Hey, try pulling. Hey, hey!
The family's been in the void this whole time.
I hate it in the void. There's no color or sound or time here.
I bet someone will read his tag and bring him back home.
It's Christmas. and all they can talk about are the dogs.
They clearly love the dogs.
It's almost like kids like dogs. Oh my God, what did they think would happen? These parents are awful.
Oh, yummy. Treats for Santa on the mantle.
Treats for Santa on the mantle.
They left out milk and then went on vacation? This is the stupidest family.
How did the dog get up there to put a mousetrap? And don't say skateboard. Oh, this guy's having a rough day. The void is on the roof!
Oh my gosh!
He's gonna pull him up the chimney?
Let's turn up the heat.
Oh my gosh!
He just exploded from his own fart. Ow! This is a violent dog.
Don't get cocky, kid.
And they make a human.
two human hands.
Holy shit! Take that!
They killed all of them.
How fucked up would that be if you send your dog to a pound in the woods with some guy, leave to go to grandma's house, come back, and there are 3 dead men in your house? Your entire house is trash.
Our dogs found their bite. Now framed us for murder.
Yeah. You know, we're
in the
implicated in it. We have an alibi. What was that shot?
That is the true meaning of Christmas.
We're related to Santa? It's a Christmas miracle.
That's the worst movie I've ever watched in my life. Well, I don't know about you guys, but the entire medium of film has now been ruined for me forever. So, looks like I'll need to find a new form of entertainment. Hey, maybe today's sponsor can help me out. Hi, I'm the basketball equivalent of Rob Lowe at that football game, and this video is sponsored by SeatGeek. It's an app. It's been a while since we've been able to go to concerts and stuff on account of there not being any. But now they're back, and SeatGeek wants to help you get there without overpaying. Just browse for the event you want, look for a little green dot. Green means you're getting a good deal. Red means bad. Do not buy the red. Then use my promo code Drew for $20 off and go have the time of your life. It's so easy, I'm literally at an event right now. Shh. Sorry. One of my favorite things to do in Orlando is go support my beloved yet terrible basketball team, and every time I do it, I buy the tickets through SeatGeek because I know if I'm getting a good price. Whether you're sitting 15 feet from the court or so far away that your head is touching the ceiling, SeatGeek can guarantee that you will have a chair. Honestly though, the best thing about SeatGeek is that every time I buy tickets, I use my own promo code, and they don't even know. Well, I guess now they know. Click the link in the description to download the app and use my promo code Drew next time you're buying tickets, unless you'd rather pay $20 more. More power to you, man. Thank you to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. Oh, is he done? Thank you guys so much for watching me and my wife laugh at terrible Christmas movies. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Be sure to smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. It would really help me hit my goal of 4 billion subs by Christmas. My stepdad says if I can get 52% of the Earth's population to subscribe to my channel, then he'll buy me a new Xbox. And we're so close. Anyway, see you next time. Bye.